What's up, guys? It's UMB Universe, and if you're interested in a little My Little Pony Adventure Girls cross between my particular story along with some other cameos of other characters from other things like games and series and such, please head off to my DeviantArt page because I just got through with 11 pages of this particular special, and I'll be doing more later on. So if you're interested, go there. If you're not, feel free to just hang around for the reaction and not, or something like that. But yeah, this is just a little message, so enjoy the video. What's up, guys? This is D1 Universe, and we have reached the final 5 episodes of Stevie Universe. And since it's almost the end of the season, that's when we start to get the stuff that, we're gonna reach the Ruby Volume 3 levels of stuff that's probably gonna happen, and that's gonna be great to see. But this is gonna be episode 20 and 21. It's gonna be a two-parter, and it is both Bismuth, the character that we saw in the sneak peek episode. Now we understand what happened to make Amethyst have the white shirt, and now we're just going to see how Bismuth is supposed to play a part in the story. Whether or not she is going to be a permanent addition is completely, who knows, subjective, I guess. Because it had many people saying the theory of why Rose bubbled her is because it was for a bad reason, and the reason why Rose bubbled her because it was a good reason, and she could protect a set amount of people from, stuff with Lion, I guess. And Lion's origins may still be unknown, but we have some connection with Rose, so that's about all we can know when it came to what Lion's backstory is. Because if she was just going around riding the thing all the time, I think like Garnet or Pearl would at least know what it looked like. So I guess that's one flag to go up and say, okay, maybe it wasn't always around or something. But Steven's probably going to go into Lion's Mane and pop Bismuth in for some odd purpose, but we'll find out. As for everything that's going on with the whole debate slash horrible thing that I started, and I'm really regretting this, of me starting this whole redeemable aspect for Jasper and what she probably might do in this scenario, because she's been showing up a lot lately. Let's bury the hash and agree to disagree about this until one of us is proven wrong about the whole redeeming aspect, because I did not want to start people making paragraphs upon paragraphs of arguments saying about how their opinion's better than mine, or how my opinion is stupid, and how redeeming her is by far the most obvious thing that's going to happen in the story. So I didn't want to start that. So let's not do that, and just go on with this reaction. Head off in the description below to head out to the Google Drive, watch your reaction, come back if you want to hear my interview, and I'll see if I can avoid bringing Jasper up in any degree unless she shows up in the actual episode. But then I'll just talk about her, not anything involving her background or what I believe would happen in the future. Okay, we're good? Are we all right? I forgot this is the internet. How could I forget that? Let's go. All right. 3, 2, 1 now. Through the sneak peek alone, I knew this episode, when it came out, was going to be very heartfelt and oh my god, this is happening. So, alright, some proofs have been dropped. Some truths have been dropped. Okay. Here's the mentality that I get on the internet most of the time, and I'm going to show you how this kind of works, if hopefully this is actually how it works. Bismuth said that Rose Quartz was just like any other quartz, just dug out of the ground, but she chose to choose her own path. However, Bismuth does not say she saw Rose got made from the ground. She just claimed she was made from the ground. So the theory of her still being Pink Diamond is still up there. Again, I don't really care, but that's the mentality that people go to, and that's the example of what I mean. There's over 7 billion people in the world. Not a single person is going to agree with every single other person. If that actually happens, the world will blow up for the amount of unbelievability that actually occurred. Okay, that's my theory of what happens and why we never agree with each other, because it just makes the world too unstable. We're supposed to disagree with each other as a human instinct, because like how I said with Jimmy. Now Bismuth's like, hey, if it has infinite energy, of course he would use it and stuff like that. And it was kind of foreshadowing to her if her mentality of, I made this weapon that was easily going to kill the gems. Why not use it? And so yeah, that's a good foreshadowing. I like that. That was pretty good, really decent. But again, just like Jimmy, we're I have another roommate named Josh. Me and Josh are rewatching. Well, I'm rewatching. He's watching with me Pokemon XY and XY and Z, so me and him can watch the Chaos League together because I told him that this series is actually pretty good, and so he's like, okay, we'll watch like a couple of episodes every night. Jimmy likes to come in and sit on. He's watched the series already, and like every single moment that he gets a chance to say, well, why doesn't he use Thunderbolt, Quick Attack, all at the same time to make an ultimate? Dude, it's a show. It's not that serious. First of all. Second, they don't do it because they don't do it. You're not there. You can do it when you're there, but you're not. Okay? So let's just cut that. Cut that. So you're trying to put in the 2 cents of why don't just do the obvious thing is just there to like, okay. But it's okay because it's like people's mentality. It's alright. I understand. But the same thing with Bismuth. Bismuth, many theories, and of course, one of the theories, and you could say the side of the spectrum was right. Rose bubbled Bismuth, not because she was crazy. It's because she wanted to go the route that most people think or that you should go a route when you're in war times. When you're in war times, you need to do everything you can to win so your side can win, but that's just the whole point. What are you fighting for? What's your purpose? What are your goals with this purpose? Rose is much of the things that we heard about Rose, she is so topsy-turvy that I can't even say she's a good guy anymore. Because, yeah, she's done many good guy things. Whenever we see her on screen, she's beautiful and does all this good guy stuff. However, she's very to her own mindset. You could say, I don't really know how to explain it, but if you kill one of your, well, not kill, poof one of your friends, bubble them, put them inside of a main, and just don't tell anyone about that, then yeah, there's something wrong with that. However, having to do it because she wouldn't listen to her reasoning, because now you gotta know what the moral is here. Bismuth wanted to use this weapon to kill the gems, and we, as humans, and wanted to say, yeah, that's probably good. If we are attacked by an alien race, we need to use everything we can to beat this race, or we're going to be killed. All of us are going to be wiped out of humanity. Humanity is going to cease to exist. So of course we need to fight back so this doesn't happen, right? So Bismuth's thinking about that. If they win, we lose, we're all gone. But Rose is like, no, I'm not going to shatter them. I want to do the no killing route as much as possible. And by doing this, we win in a different way. The harder way, you could say. Because it's like the pacifist run in Undertale. The genocide run is easier in a way, if you want to count Undying, and Sands. But in the end, you're going to finish the game faster than you would going through the pacifist route because you're trying so hard to find a method to spare these people. But even though killing them is the faster and easier option. So you basically have Frisk and, let's say, Chara right here. They're talking, and they're like, oh, no, we should kill them all. And she's like, no, let's spare them all. And it's like, okay. So you go to Frisk's side, and now you got the fan base who are like, maybe Frisk has always been the bad guy, because it's, Chara's the good guy. So now I want to see how that mentality works out, because you're already, like, making me contradict myself with my own statements here. All right? So it's really about whose side are you on? Are you on a side of taking all methods to win, because you know if you lose, you're gone? Or are you going to try your best to stay passive? You want to win, but you don't want to win by stooping down to their level. Batman mentality. The reason why Batman doesn't kill is because he would be just as bad as the villains that he's fighting. Unless you're Ben Affleck's Batman. And also Christopher Nolan's Batman. And also, you know what I mean. The whole thing about Batman has always been that he doesn't kill. But, we had plenty of moments where he did. But the thing's still there, right? All right, let's just keep that in his own little bubble. And Bismuth in on herself, as she was here, I loved her development. Like, you really got to care about her before this climactic scene happened. And Bismuth in on herself, and there's also like the pro and weakness to Rose herself. Like, if Rose was really cruel, she would have shattered Bismuth, so she would never have come back, like Bismuth said, and at least I would be gone, right? Instead of being trapped forever and doing all this other stuff. And Steven's like, no, I will tell, and I'm doing this for your own good, and I don't want to kill you because I don't want to kill you. So it's just like, yeah, Steven is different from Rose if Steven can actually think for, think about others besides herself, you could say. So I like that. As for Bismuth and herself as a character, I loved her. Like she gave the Crystal Gems upgrades that I hope they still use today. I love the brass knuckles. I love the well, not brass knuckles, but I love the knuckles that are now equipped to Garnet. I love the new found Trident that now that uh, Pearl has, and the extra addition to her whip that Amethyst has. Is Okay, I thought when Bismuth said you need a better weapon, she was gonna upgrade Rose's sword. And I'm like, okay, I wonder how Connie is gonna react about this. Is basically her sword too. She has been training with it for a while, and that's the whole thing. And yeah, and I'm really happy how she just like adapted, like, and how she didn't go immediately like Rose, what she did to me. No, she really wanted to think that this other Rose that she was calling Steven, the difference of this one would be, on her side on this. However, there's two sides of goods apparently. There's a good and a goody good. You choose which one is which one, but you know what I mean. You got to use your mind, body, and soul when making decisions. Somebody was using just their mind, and the other one was using their mind and soul, including their body if you consider Steven's massive amounts of pain that he's been going through these past couple of episodes. and I like to see that on the account that he has developed so much that he's not only stronger, he's faster, he's now more durable, and he's ready to fight. He's literally ready to fight. I like that. And yeah. And like I said, when the whole montage of her saying stuff from the past and bringing it up to the present and saying stuff like this was exactly the role I wanted Jasper to play if she got redeemed in this series, because she's a gem who was there during the war times, and we would get to know more about the mentality that they were in, the stuff that they did, what she thought about them. But as for Jasper, she was on the opposite side of the spectrum, being one of the opposing forces. Of course, she would have nothing but bad memories of fighting Rose, besides the respectful mentality that she does have against Rose when fighting them. She's a prideful warrior. Don't get me wrong on that. And same goes for every other crystal gem that's in there, and gems in general, besides Mary Peridot. But yeah, I am kind of upset that we didn't get like an encounter with her and Lapis. That's like one of my like my major gripe, I guess. And it's a very small major gripe that I didn't get to see what Lapis thought of the person who punched her. And of course, it's still up in the air who actually punched her. There's theories going around. Hey, what if it was a different Bismuth? What if this and that? What if this and that? Even though the gem is in the exact same place, and we got confirmation that gems are in different parts of the body. But however, different parts of the bodies aren't infinite. So once you make like a billion different gems, of course you're gonna have maybe 2 or 3 with the exact same spot or something. So hey, mentalities of fan bases will always confuse me, and that's just how that goes. That's just how that goes. Business was great. This episode was very heartfelt, and it does answer even more. I love these. I love these episodes that answer more questions and even bring up more answer questions and brings up more of them. It's just that's what makes the show so great. It keeps you interested in the past, what's to come in the future, and what they're doing now. So, the next couple episodes, I don't know what's to expect. Bismuth was like a stepping stone to what's probably going to happen later on. Because right now, the main antagonist at this point is Jasper. And to see what happens with Jasper's character at the end of this season will pretty much dictate the final nail in the coffin on whether or not she can be redeemed or not. Because, at least in my mentality, I hate how people like me have to say, in my opinion and in my personal and whatever, when the people listening should already know that since one guy is saying it and not claiming that the whole entire world is saying it for him, you should already know it's my opinion. And you shouldn't take it so seriously. You can disagree, because that's the whole point of opinions, but don't try to drag other characters that don't deserve to be dragged down to the level that I'm apparently putting another character. Because I'm not. I'm using examples. And I'm already declaring that the other side is still viably possible. Viably possible. And how many times I've already said I'd love to see Jasper be redeemed. You're acting like I don't want her to be redeemed because I hate her as a character. She's one of my favorite characters in this show. She's literally one of my favorite characters in the show because of who she is. It's like me saying I hate T-Rex because T-Rex in My Little Pony is too much of a brute / not manipulative person than he was in the very beginning of the actual two-parter and such. No, I loved T-Rex because he was this hulking beast of a dude that just did what he wanted because he could, and also had a mentality of I can rule if I do this. The same goes for Jasper. She already declared that since who she is, she fights. Okay, she fights. And she also has a mentality of changing if given the right people. Which Steven, in this exact episode, shows Steven will not shatter Jasper. Meaning that Jasper will forever be capable of redemption. In some way, shape, or form. Whether it be her just doing one heroic act before actually dying, or her be part of the cast. I don't know. But we'll find out later on, because the future is not set in stone. You guys don't know everything. Even if you cheat and go on Wikipedia and get that whatever amount of, whatever you find on Wikipedia, it still won't be enough to declare that a certain someone is not going to get redeemed, or a certain someone is going to get redeemed. So just don't take it so, it's a show. Whatever. Okay. The Steven Universe has not gotten to that point where it's now a show where I go on a mini rant every single reaction, which I didn't really expect it to be. Come that way. I really didn't. But alright. Whatever. This is Do You Want to Be Universe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.